Hey everybody, FunshineX here. Welcome back to Star Technology. We got a lot to do today. Um, First of all, I started building. Let's just show you that first. So I went to Creative World and just came up with a color scheme and a build, and I've created this giant building here. And this is designed to be stackable, so I can just take a schematic and using the Create schematic cannon, I can just keep building up and up and up as many floors as we want. And so it gives me a lot of building space on each floor. And then in the middle, I've got room for all the logistics and cabling and power and all that kind of stuff. I've also got a little, I don't know, power logistics floor in between. So just running cables in here. And then this would be another production floor. So that's what I'm running with now. We'll get to this later. This is going to be an all passive thing. So all of our ore processing will happen here, and then all of that material will just start being processed into other things. And there should be no need to craft or order anything from this building. And then I've got its own applied energistics setup with an interface connected to a storage bus from the other system, and it's on a one-way. So this building can see all the items that are going to be stored here, but it will not be able to push anything in here. So if I'm over here and need to craft something, this will just be a giant warehouse of stuff. So that's kind of where I'm going. I don't know what you think of it. This is all going to be filled with glass. I just didn't have the time to get all the glass. I use blue as my color because I have like 70,000 lapis, and so I can make blue dye really easy. It was one of the easiest dyes to make. A lot of the other dyes are hard, including gray. Gray is not an easy one, and neither is white. And I'm not using the laboratory blocks. These ones actually have kind of a yellow tint. It's hard to see, it looks white, but there is a yellow tint to them, which just didn't look the greatest with the blue. However, this one is called Lav Variant 12 from Xtones, and it's a much more cooler white, like it has a bluish tint to it. Or almost a true white. So I like it. I like it better. It is a lot harder to craft than laboratory blocks, but it's okay. This, just one level of this is like 6,000, I think, gray concrete, maybe 4,000 lav. So it's a ton of blocks to get working. But I can just throw them all into these barrels and let it shoot, and it will fill it all up. Now, one of the things we needed for the lav was snowballs. Actually ice or something. Why did I need snow? I don't remember. I needed snow for something. And so the easiest way to get snow, you can see I've typed in snow here, is this entropy manipulator. So I made one of those. It was really easy. It's just some applied energistics junk. And then you just need a bucket of water. And you want this bucket of water to flow. So if you just put it by the edge of the world, it's going to flow like that. And then you can just stand here and right click. Oh, shift right click. There we go. Shift right click will turn flowing water into snowballs. If you shift right click on a source block, it'll turn it to ice. If you had silk touch, I guess you could get it that way. But I just went ahead and made a bunch of snowballs, turned them into snow blocks, and then I made a snow golem, and then just used the vanilla farm, right, to grab that. So I did create down a dirty little pumpkin farm here just to get a pumpkin. And yeah, so because I'm in a taiga or tundra or something. So that's how I got my snow, and I don't even remember what it's for. Was it blue ice I needed? It's for blue ice. Needed this. I remember that. Oh, there we go. For the mist. Mist uses snow blocks, and that's the blue color that I used. This one. That's why I needed snow. So I had a little sidetrack just to get it, but it's fairly easy once I found the right recipes. That entropy manipulator I've never used before. Okay. Next thing I want to do is start to craft the other large multi-blocks for these regular HV machines. So right now we're crafting these, but they just they're big backlog because they're slow and I have to wait for them to complete. So let's get the multi-blocks going. I've got 3 of them all ready to go. So the wire mill, the lathe, and the bender. I've got the multi-block upgrade kits for them, and they're different hatches. And then they all take different casings. So one of them takes sterling silver, the other bermorite, and the other beryllium. I don't think any of these were necessarily a surprising recipe. I had all this stuff. So the beryllium bronze, that's this one, is beryllium and copper, so really easy. Brawn? No, brawn? No, not that. Burma. I don't know where I got brawn, but the bermorite, I just want to see the recipe of it. Manganese, magnesium, and aluminum. So not easy stuff, but we've made recipes to get these at least. And you get 10 out of it, so you don't need to do this recipe that much. And the last one is the sterling silver, which I think we had already made a few things out of. But that one is silver and copper. So fairly easy to get all those dusts going. Then we had to throw them in the EBF to get their hot ingots, vacuum freezing to get the ingots, and then all the frame and casing recipes are all the same for the different materials. So we are good to go on building all of these. So let's take all of this stuff and go into here. I've already brought power and light sticks over here, so we're just going to mirror these. What do I want to wolf? Let's see. Let's start with the bender, and that one is the one that uses Burma. So let's get this other stuff out of here. So we're going to have a gap there. 1, 2, 3. There. Okay. Then we'll have the wire mill. Sure. And that one uses the sterling silver. So let's see, the middle of that will be right here. That one. Okay. And then the last one, blade. It's unfortunate I didn't make this room a little bit bigger. I probably will just knock this wall just out so I can get a fourth machine. I'm really close because it's like 3, and then actually I probably could get a 4th machine. Because I got to put a large mixer, and there's 2 more. I can't remember what I need, but okay. Then it's going to be the same as all the other ones. We'll throw maintenance. Top. Throw power behind it. Where did that one randomly go? Okay. And then we've got, where are we doing the output? I'd like to keep it consistent if we can. I think I put the output on the bottom. These are all inputs. That one I didn't, but there's likely going to be, well, the extruder is different. It just has so many different circuit recipes, or the different circuits needed, so maybe that one's different. So let's just make them more like the vacuum one. So, oh, and these don't even have fluid, so they just have an input and output. And then we'll add more inputs if we need. Everything else should be casing. Next spike there. Gonna have enough. Or not. Okay, so we should put another input bus then, I guess. Or second input bus to all of them just because I don't have enough casing. Not. Did not form. Oh, missing one back here. Okay. 3 new machines. Let's get them some power first. Some cables. Some exporters. No, not exporters. We want padding providers. Inputs. Why don't I have a recipe for this? Let me fix this. That seems like that should be something we have a recipe for. And while we're at it. We are running out of molecular assembler space. That's actually kind of crazy, but we can add a lot more. We got room. Actually, craft them. Go across the back. Connect. And this is 16 amp. We're only going to be using 2, 4, 6, 8. Only 8, so we don't know if you can overclock these. I don't remember. Okay, so pattern providers. Here. Okay, we are all connected up. Now we just need to go get the recipes. Let's see. Got a bender here. Another bender over here. We're gonna need one of them to be extended, huh? Missing Certus. Yeah. When you have things automated so far, or for so long, you just forget, like, did I get this again? We just have to sift. Think, oh yeah. Cable. Let's just start. We'll extend this. Actually, which one's this? Is the vendor. Let's take this off. Throw it in here. Oh, that's what needs the service. All right. You. I only get 8 patterns. on the normal pattern provider when it's flat. Huh. Anyway, let's put in, I guess, all of the foil to get it out of my inventory. Why did I think this was just going to go super easy? Okay, over here, Mr. Macerator. Please macerate some geodes. Push here. Purified, I think that's what we sift. Nope, not foods. Let's use my sifter. Why can't I remember where I put stuff? Oh, is it just a mixing machine? Still haven't upgraded? Yeah, there's the sifter. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. I need like 3 or 1. Did we not get anything? Like the chance that we had to get one? There. Alright, waste time on that. Come on. Give me something good. You know you wanna. You can do it. Hey, we got one. Do you not just turn one into the other? Jeez, that was a pain in the butt. Okay. Oh, this one has 4. All right. This one will be all of the doubles. Leave the doubles off. And do we need chips in these? Because I think I can just put this one on 10. Right? Foil is made. Vendor 10. So I might have to change all of these to not include the circuit. Let's get one more input bus. Need circuits for an input bus. The heck? Oh, because of this right here. Okay. You don't need a circuit anymore. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the butt, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's not that bad. I remember to click in the right sequence. I can do this pretty fast. Almost done. Oh, it's not that one, this one. Slipped by. All right, so this one is our 1. 10. These. Our doubles will be. I don't know why I tried to make another able bus. It was like literally sitting in my inventory. Whatever. Okay, and we need another. Have more sort of sense. This one will be circuit 2. I need to say distinct buses on all these, don't I? Circuit 2, you get all these. And then the canthal. I'll create the same way as Bender on 1. So go in here. Okay. We've got a few more recipes to take out of here, and then this one's done. But I'll do that later. So we can get our wire mill ones. Ahead and take out making single wires. I don't know if we want recipes for all the double wires, or we just want to keep using auto crafting to combine them. Maybe I will, because we've got enough input buses. We just make more patterns. That's it. Okay, last. Oops. It will be a distinct 1. These. We need an extended for them. Dang it. Okay. Fine. 3, right? Clicks. Nothing. Can you face the right way, please? distinct. Okay. You please stop falling down the hole. As soon as I cover back up, I'm going to want to go down there. But that. This is the one out. Okay. I think we're good. We order up some, like, wire. Let's get some copper wire. Oh, maintenance. Okay. Crowbar. Screwdriver, which is almost dead. No. Mallet. And coders in the hand. Okay. Boop. 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 And she's working. She's done. Awesome. I don't know, like, what I craft a lot. Let's craft electrum. Fast as this go. Shoo, 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 shoo. 9 ticks, so I can do 2 a second. That's gonna increase my processing time so much. Okay, we do the same thing with the lathe, but I will not bore you with that. Stuff. Now let's talk about what is next on the list. We did all of these. One of the next things we want to do is get into the IV circuits. That's going to open up a lot of advanced tech for us. And the IV circuit is actually not that hard. Processor mainframe. And this is the last, I think, of the upgradable circuits. Here's the recipe. It takes 2 of the EVs and a bunch of other stuff, but we know how to make everything except for annealed copper and RAM chips. And this is made in a clean room on HV. So that's no here. And so the other things we need then are RAM chips. We have 128 of those. It's just cutting RAM wafers. RAM wafers are green lenses. So maybe I won't worry about automating that. What about annealed copper? Anneal. So we do have annealed copper ingots on craft. Just mix oxygen and copper. Make sure the recipe still works. It does. And so we just need to get annealed copper wire as a recipe. Be a wire mill. That's perfect, easy. That here, wire mill. There. Oops, why did I keep going over there? So we should be able to craft this right now, right? Not a super micro. I have one of these, please. Most of it's available. So fast. Everything is so quick now. There's some of our assembly machines that are not fast yet. Is there a... Oh, it's assembly line, isn't it? I've never gotten into that far into GregTech, so that one's going to be fun. You make this, like, giant multi-block for the assemblers. Who knows? As soon as we get these capacitors and inductors, we should be good. Come on. Anyway, what does this let us make? From here, Electrolytic cell, not sure what that is. We've got elite, so these are IV tier machines, right? So we can do all those. Scanner, that's for. Circuit assembler 3, so we can get the next level circuit assembler. Need. Most of these are things we already have, right? Just a better tier of them. Here's new stuff, maybe. No Fisher. Quantum chests. Assembly line. That is the big one. Not. Oh, it answers my question right here. This is not a multi-block assembling machine. Okay, we'll have to find out what that's called. I just assume it's the same name. But it tells me right here I'm not the only one that's an idiot like that. A lot of these large machines need. Okay. I swear there was one like I'm like, hey, there we go. A large assembling factory. That's probably what. You know, I was looking at it, I'm like, man, I really need those circuits. I just can't find the recipe that I was like trying to make. Ore processing plant, maybe? Oh, that's fun. Maybe it was not in here. Gotta find it. That's what it was. It was to get the next level of solar power. I was like, I want better solar things. That's what it was. And I'm sure there's other stuff as well. Holy crap, these recipes. That's the assembly line. Anyway, so these circuits, other than letting us go up to the next tier, are I guess, not going to be that useful, other than maybe better power. But we did get one, so let's get the quest. Amazing. And yeah, so that's telling us we can go up to the Elite Assembler and Advanced Circuit Assembler, which opens apparently radon. Line. But I mean, I haven't even gotten to the EV line. It's like, okay, I guess I could just skip EV. I don't know. But we've got the next coil, next two coils, right? Nichrome, HSS, stuff like that. Okay, what else? I know I want to get into this other stuff and the end stuff because there's some things I can get from these air. But to do that, I need to get the large chemical reactor, and that is locked by liquid PTFE or yeah, is it PTFE? Sure. And that's tetrafluoroethylene, and that is hydrofluoric acid and chloroform. Methane, which we have. Chlorine, I think we have on craft, so those are easy. The hydrofluoric, we need a good way to make a lot of fluorine gas. And so I've got 4 ways to do that. We've got lepidolite, and we get the lepidolite from the big tower that we have outside with the molten ore. And so I actually have tons of lepidolite. You can also do the same thing with bastnestite. And you get that from crushed bastnestite, which this one, autoclave, that one. Yeah, so the molten ore mixture gives us the bastnestite and the, oh, where is the other one? I don't know where the lepidolite comes from. No? Somehow we have a ton of it. Centrifuging. Oh, it comes from the slurry. Okay, that's where we're getting all that from. Lepidolite. Okay. The other option you have is to have topaz, and we are getting currently topaz geodes. So we can macerate the topaz down and go through this whole set. I think it's the regular topaz. And we would get topaz dust, which has fluorine in it. And then the last option is to get deep slate. And now deep slate dust comes from deep slate. And I think the best way it said to get this was to use a rock breaker, which is EV, or the igneous extruder. So we just showed you how to get snow, in which we could turn into ice using Create. Somewhere in here, yeah. Well, yeah. So we can take snow and ice with a compressor and then combine it. And the magma blocks, we have slime balls and blaze powder. So that could be pretty easy to get deep slate. So that's a multi-step process. Probably gonna be a little slow. So I think we'll just use what we have, which is going to be the lepidolite. So let's get a recipe. Turn lepidolite in the electrolyzer into fluorine. Now it doesn't. Let's see. I want to put fluorine as the main output. These will either just be byproducts. Go to our electrolyzer, which I think is empty right now. This recipe. So we've got our chlorine gas in here as well, and our fluorine. So let's try and get all the way up to ETFE. So we've got this recipe. I don't even know what is that in. That is in a. Show me. Show me. No. Oh, there we go. In a chemical reactor. Okay, chemical reactor. Then we have to make this stuff, which is also in a chemical reactor. Oops, I need to switch that. There. Clean, okay. Make the chloroform in the chemical reactor. Methane we're making from the cracker outside, whatever, the naphtha or heavy oil or whatever coming in. So we don't need a recipe for that. We've got chlorine on craft already. Okay, back through the levels. Make hydrofluoric acid. Okay, 4 recipes, easy. Do we have enough room for them? Or all of them NV? HV. Not HV. Did I build an HV one? Okay. Shoot. Can we make PTFE? I would be very happy. Oh, let's make 1 bucket of it. Missing a circuit 1. Missing a bunch of apatite. I think we've got apatite in use for making chloroform, or chlorine. We might have to switch that. But let's get a circuit. Or can we get a ton of apatite? Dang it. Okay, so maybe we can change how we get. So that's the recipe we're using. Fluoride dust. It's hard to know which ones of these are common or which ones are byproducts. And platinum. That sounds like easy to get. Huh. Salt water. Salt water turns into chlorine. Okay. Oh, just salt by itself electrolyzed. Which salt we got? Not a ton. Probably just go electrolyze it, have some chlorine on backup. Okay, that's working. Not the fastest way to get it, but we are getting some. Is it enough? Is it enough? Oh, looks like it is. Is that it? Done? No. Okay. I was like, is that it? What's it making right now? Scheduled to make all this stuff. Come on. I wonder if some of these I don't have circuits on. I think if it'll make the wrong thing. Oh, it's going. It's doing something. No, that's titanium tetrachloride. Come on. That's one of my biggest things about these is this monitor is like not knowing what machine it's using or trying to use. It's never really clear to me. It's just like, oh, it's crafting it. Like, you tried to craft it, but you might have failed, or you might be using the machine might be blocked. I don't know. So I wish there was a better way to see this. Does anyone know without, other mods? There's a better crafting status. Okay, come on, make it. Make it. If you weren't making titanium tetrachloride all the time. The 24-second recipe, but we are making the tetrafluoroethylene. Now we just need to make it poly. So close. It's gonna do it after this. After the titanium tetrachloride, make me some poly TFE stuff. There it goes. Oh, that's 2 seconds. There we go. We got it. A bucket of it. We didn't get credit because there's other recipes. Hold on. I want to go here and go here. Okay. We need the recipes for chloroform and hydroform. It. Yeah, close enough. All right, we got that. 3 stars. Yay. Awesome. Another assembly line, whatever, processing line done. And now this is open, we can start getting the chemical reactor stuff. So the large chemical reactor itself, actually fairly easy. We need to get the PTFE like cable, or not cable, pipes. But then it uses multi-block stuff. We need the chemically inert casing and the pipe casing. And they all use liquid poly. So this is a normal just assembler to make this recipe. And then this one, a lot of things. Oh, it doesn't even have an assembly recipe. That's funny. But I'm not going to worry about creating all these recipes right now. We'll do that next episode and try and get the large chemical reactor online. Let's see here. There, sure. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. I think that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Made some good progress, got some new machines, advanced a little bit. We're kind of tiptoeing our way through the pack at this point. There's so many directions we can go. I'm getting a little lost in trying to just create a guided playthrough. There's probably other things I should be doing and starting on early just because they're going to take so long later. And that's where I rely on you that have done the pack before, or maybe further progressed, maybe played more GregTech and that kind of thing. But I'm pretty happy with where we're at. So thanks for watching. Leave comments below, like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.